What if I told you that England's very first real king is someone you might never have heard of before, a man named Athelstan? Not Alfred the Great, not William the Conqueror, but Athelstan, a ruler whose victories and vision forged the kingdom we still recognize even today. Born around the year 894 AD, Athelstan was the grandson of Alfred the Great. As a boy, he was raised in the court of Mercia. Some says his grandfather Alfred gave him special gifts: a scarlet cloak, a belt, and jewel Saxon sword, a sign of destiny. But Athelstan grew up in a dangerous world. Viking raids still burned towns to the ground, and rival Saxon lords plotted against each other. When his father, Edward the Elder, died in 924 AD, Athelstan's succession was anything but certain. Some nobles rejected him, his half-brother contested him, and rebellion flared. Imagine the young Athelstan crowned in the ancient city of Kingston upon Thames, surrounded by warriors and priests. As chants echoed through the church walls, he wore a golden circlet, held the sacred sword, and took oaths before God, swearing to protect the weak, uphold the church, and defend the realm. From that day, he was not just a local king. He dreamed of uniting all the lands of England into one lasting kingdom. Slowly, he expanded his control. In 927, he marched north, confronting the Viking stronghold of York. When the gates fell, England was whole for once. For the first time ever, Northumbria, Mercia, Wessex, East Anglia all stood under one crown. That crown belonged to Athelstan, the first true king of England. Yet Athelstan was more than a conqueror. His court shone with scholars, monks, and poets. Visitors came from distant lands to witness his brilliance. He built alliance through marriages, sending his sisters across Europe. One married to Duke of Franconia, another king of the West Francia, another a Viking. Through these ties, England was no longer an isolated island. It stood among the powers of Europe, with Athelstan at its very heart. He was also a lawmaker. He issued decree on justice, coinage, trade, and protection of the poor. He sought to unite his kingdom by law. He was deeply religious. He founded monasteries, donated relics, and gathered holy books. Priestess called him pious warrior, defending both faith and crown. But his greatest trial came in 937 when a mighty alliance rose against him. Constantine, king of Scots, joined with Vikings from Dublin and Strathclyde. They marched south with a vast army, determined to smash Athelstan's young kingdom before it could take root. England's future hung by a thread. Two sides met at a place called Banbura. The battle raged from dawn until dusk. Steel clashed, shield splintered, warriors fell in heaps. Chroniclers later wrote of rivers running red with blood, of 5 kings, 7 earls slain, of wolves and raven feasting on the dead. But Athelstan and his army stood victorious. That day secured England's survival. Without Northumbria, there might never have been an England at all. Poets praised the victory for centuries, calling it England's great triumph. Yes, strangely, Athelstan himself faded from memory, overshadowed by other kings of later years. He died in 939 childless, buried at Malmesbury Abbey, a quiet resting place for a king who once ruled all England with fire and faith. And so, history often remembers Alfred the Great or William the Conqueror, but the man who truly united England was Athelstan, the forgotten first king of Great England. The warriors, the lawmaker, the diplomat, the king who dreamed beyond his own lifetime and laid the foundation of the nation we know today. name England.